because we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Quick note, Allie will not be here with us today because of a project that she has to do, and I totally forgot about it. I just got a message from her, so Allie will be here with us tomorrow.
Okay, so we'll have
Allie will be with us tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, we'll really be playing Hollywood Squares tomorrow.
We get Allie tomorrow. She just
Hollywood Squares tomorrow. Anybody?
Yeah, we go full Hollywood Squares tomorrow. Okay. Now let's go to Dietz's top 20. And yes, there are 20 this week. So we'll start at the bottom at number 20 with Texas.
Yeah, Texas is slowly but surely creeping their way back in. And right now in the SEC, still only one loss and a big game with Texas A&M on the way.
19, we have Tennessee.
Tennessee, tough loss, but you look at who they've lost to.
Alabama.
Georgia and Alabama.
Georgia.
It.
Yep. 18 is LSU.
LSU, same thing. All their losses on the road. Ole Miss and Vanderbilt.
Now we get a wrinkle thrown in. At number 17 is South Florida, and they have Dietz's game of the week.
Yeah, it is the most interesting game this weekend, and we'll get to how that rates when we get towards the top. But as long as they're right there. As long as they win out, they're gonna go. If Memphis wins out, they're gonna go to the playoff as that conference champion who's not in the Power Four.
At 16, we go to the ACC and we find the Virginia Cavaliers.
Virginia is second in the ACC right now, and again, the way their schedule plays out, they don't play Florida State. They already played Florida State, but they don't play Louisville. They don't play Miami. They don't play SMU, and they don't play Clemson.
But they'll see someone very familiar, and we'll get to them in a few minutes. At 15, back to the SEC with Missouri.
Yep, Missouri slowly but surely sneaking in there, and they're sneaking in there as one of those one-loss SEC teams.
At 14 to the Big 12 with Texas Tech.
Texas Tech took a fall in the desert, as we all kind of anybody who's watching kind of expected them to take that fall.
Yep,
but they go from the land of the undefeated, and now it's an uphill battle for Texas Tech to get back into this.
At 13, we go to Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt, big win over LSU, but that was at home. We got to see Vanderbilt do something on the road now.
Yeah, they had their chance against Alabama and couldn't close the door. In fact, the door got slammed in their face. To the Big Ten we go. At number 12, we see the Oregon Ducks.
Yep. Oregon keeps taking the thing about Oregon is they keep taking a spill because of the nonsense that's going on in Happy Valley.
Yeah.
Their biggest win right now is Penn State, and every game Penn State plays, that game looks worse and worse.
Yep. Especially given the fact they've now lost 4 in a row, including the latest one to your Iowa Hawkeyes. At 11, it's BYU.
BYU undefeated, which is why they jumped up so much. But again, Big 12, they don't play anybody till late in their schedule, so they've still got a lot of work to do.
At number 10, as we head to the top 10, it's Oklahoma.
Oklahoma has that big win against Michigan, and they just got another win with South Carolina. Now they get into the meat of their SEC schedule, but again, they are one of those one-loss SEC teams, and there's a lot. We're going to say that a lot in this.
Speaking of one-loss teams, Here are these guys at Ole Miss at number 9.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss with one loss. It was a tough fought game in Athens, Georgia. So you can't knock them that much because not many teams go to Athens and walk away with the victory.
At number 8, my sleeper team, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
The same thing applies that I said about Virginia. They don't have a tough game on their schedule until they meet the Georgia Bulldogs.
True.
And that is big trouble for the ACC, and we'll get into that in a minute.
Number 7, we have the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame Gillette.
Yeah, Notre Dame, again, slowly but surely, they dropped the first 2. But again, there's the teams that are ahead of them, and since then they have just been mollywhopping dudes. So
kind of reminds you of last year, doesn't it? At 6, we go to Athens and find the Dogs.
The Dogs got that big win over Ole Miss. So we'll give them props where it's due. But again, another one of these one-loss SEC teams.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. You'll hear in Simpsons Football Chatter before we get to the picks how he thinks of that, how he thinks of the Georgia Bulldogs. To the top 5 we go, and we start with Miami at number 5.
And Miami suffered their first loss. And this is what's funny about the ACC. Miami is 4th in the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
They're the top ranked team in the conference. But they're 4th, and they may finish 4th because of the way the schedule plays out.
Mm-hmm. At number 4 in Dietz's top 20, Alabama.
Alabama again lost the first game. This is a totally different Alabama team than that started the season in Tallahassee.
Right, very true. At number 3, you got the champs in Ohio State.
Ohio State still, when you look at the undefeated teams, and we're talking about the top 3,
mm-hmm.
They still don't have a signature win. Their signature win right now is Illinois.
Yeah, and that came in Champaign. At number 2, speaking of undefeated, here are the Aggies of Texas A&M.
And again, undefeated. But they have that win over Notre Dame. That's what they're leaning on. They still have They still have a lot of SEC games coming up where they're going to get to play a lot of the big dogs, and then of course ending the season with Texas on week of Thanksgiving.
And at number 1, to no surprise and to my wife's delight, the Indiana Hoosiers.
Well, we went through the whole top list. And again, when you compare them with Ohio State's best win is Illinois. Well, Indiana crushed Illinois,
mm-hmm.
and they beat Oregon. So they've already got Ohio State's best. They've already conquered Ohio State's best win.
Yep.
And they've got another they've got another card to throw right on top of it. So they've got the ace in the hole right now. But again, they cannot afford a slip up.
Those are Dietz's top 20, and now to the games of impact. And we're going to start in Bloomington, Indiana, where Indiana gets a visit from UCLA.
Oh. I might watch that one.
I think I might have to put that one on this.
Well, the way UCLA is finally playing. They're finally earning some of that cred that they were getting in the offseason. They're starting to play like it, but this is a totally different test than we saw against Michigan State and we saw against Penn State. So
very true. Let's go to the ACC. Georgia Tech hosts Syracuse in what could be a trap game.
It's always a trap game. This late in the season when the Orange come calling, just ask Clemson, just ask Miami. Syracuse comes to play late in the season, and they usually end up throwing a monkey wrench into all of this.
Yeah, Syracuse tends to do that. They've done that a lot. Let's go to Columbia for our next game of impact. Alabama and South Carolina.
The only impact here is because Alabama is one of the only undefeated teams in the SEC.
Let's go to the department store in Ames, Iowa. BYU visits Iowa State.
If Iowa State wants to get back into this, they need to win this game. If BYU wants to put their staple on the Big 12, they can do it right here. They can get some distance between them and the third place team in their division.
Later on in the afternoon, Missouri visits Vanderbilt.
This is the game. This is the big game that matters because these two teams, one of these teams is going to knock each other out.
Mm-hmm.
Because both of them come in with one loss. Both of them come in with one loss to Alabama.
True.
So somebody's going to come out of this game with a second loss in the SEC,
right.
And that's going to be big when we get down the road.
Here's our impact game of the week. It's chosen by Chris Dietz and it's presented by Warner Parlay. It's Texas A&M and LSU.
Oh, man.
And look at everybody's reaction to that game.
Okay. Wait a minute. Dietz, before you get into this, most of these impact games are games I have on the list.
Which is a great thing.
This is good.
It's a great thing.
Dietz and I never talked about this. These are the games I specifically picked out, and somehow they're all impact games with Dietz. Figure that one out.
Yep.
The impact. Well, you look at how this game is going to play out. Either Texas A&M is going to get a huge jump, or LSU gets back in the fight.
True. Something's got to give down in Baton Rouge. And now our game of the week is chosen by Totally Dietz. An off-schedule one to a lot, but not to his eagle eye. South Florida and Memphis.
You gotta be kidding me. That's number 2 on my list.
This is the most important. This is the most important game to this weekend because of what I said. The impact of this is going to be who gets to play in the American Athletic Conference
Championship
game.
Yep.
And both these teams need to win out in order to make a playoff.
Yeah. They got to win out. Something has got to give, and with the fact there are no more ties in Division I college football, thank the Lord for that. One of these two teams will be knocked out of the American Conference Championship game. That's our Totally Dietz segment of the week, the top 20 and our impact games of the week. We'll pause for a break, and when we come back, I know I got Chris Simpson standing by. I'm going to publish that later. I'm going to call an audible, and we're going to go to our picks because Shane showed me a lot of them, and we're going to get to them right now. Back after this.
And we just saw a lot of them.
This is Snowman in the Morning.